welcome back. We're getting ourselves into the final map of this series between FaZe and Complexity, and it's further than both myself and Geets we thought it would even go. We thought it was going to be Complexity 2-0, and with FaZe Clan starting out on the CT side here, we'll be hoping they can continue the form they showed on Nuke by taking away Complexity's map pick. Complexity, they're going to start working their way through long early on. Double smokes to come through that do block off the angle. Nico trying to spam through the smokes but can't find anything, as they will start their push forwards. Got them locked in towards long though. Rain behind them over at the doors. There's going to be a few players coming in that location, and Rush is going to have his work cut out of him here. Does have a bit of assistance from BlameF, but BlameF goes down early towards Rush, and he can only find one. So Complexity down a couple players, but well, Obo, he's going to answer it back and give his team 3-on-2. Make it into a 2-on-2 as Config. He'll keep his team in the side, but the bomb, it's not planted for either of them. They're just going to be able to hold it with Kierby just backing up his teammate. Lovely shot from Kierby as he comes into this final map ready and hot. He did show up a lot better on Nuke than he did in Mirage. So FaZe Clan, they'll pick up the pistol.
Pretty good way of starting it out there for Kierby. He had a really good pistol round. I think it was the second half of the previous map as well. Let's go.
Yeah, nice little opening.
Maybe not as washed up as chat says he is. Right, Pat, I see you.
3 kills to his name. We'll see if he can find a few more here against this Complexity 4 fires. He got the bomb planted. I'll get through a few AK-47s, but one of them is already gone. Roki took that first kill onto Ozobo. The weapon is going to get salvaged by poison, but there's only armor for BlameF at the moment. No one else has any protection from the elements.
But yeah, you're absolutely right. Both of us agreed that we thought this was going to be a quick 2-0 favoring Complexity. And it looked like the bookmakers agreed with us as well. They certainly had Complexity as the big favorites for this one.
Yeah,
however,
even just a quick glance at the standings for the season would suggest Complexity would be able to pick this one up pretty cleanly.
Exactly.
But
however, they take each other's map choice. Rain, he takes 2 on the flank. Nice shot from Nico as well. Rush gets taken down. Kyabu with the final one for the round. Double kill for Rain in that one. FaZe Clan, they hold on to the second round. It's a bit of a rough one, the second round. We see more and more second round wins these days. I'm not a massive fan of it, honestly, but
it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, it's just the meta right now, and I think I'm just getting nostalgic. That might be it.
Yeah, FaZe Clan though, 5 players alive in that second round. That's always nice to see. It helps just bolster the economy. As you can see, they've even managed to squirrel away a couple AK-47s from that previous round, which is a nice little bonus as Config is being slowly chipped away in towards mid. He's low on HP. The nades, I mean, I have no idea what's going on. Obo tried to push through the double doors, and Coldzera will take him down. And that'll be FaZe Clan. The opening goes their way once more. And, well, Config, he will be no more. There's a Rain. Nails this try to walk through a smoke, and this is pretty textbook from the FaZe Clan side. They mop it up once more, and it's 3 on the board for them. And with 5 players surviving in both the previous rounds, you can see the cash already. It's a little bit higher. It's a little bit on the higher end. Nico and Coldzera, 5.5 to 6k before they start buying up a little bit of utility and extra bits and bobs. So, certainly, plenty of cash for FaZe Clan. They can certainly buy up again if they need to. Poison, he'll bring through the AWP into this one. Does have armor, but nothing else.
Poison was struggling a bit over on the previous map. Obviously, we're hoping that he steps up a little bit here on Dust2. We want to see all of the players shine. Kyabu and Coldzera. We weren't too happy about him. after the first map, but they definitely both stepped up big time on Nuke. It's not like they were at the top of the scoreboard, but they had high impact kills, and that's very important for them. Definitely important for the confidence as well. I need to see Poison get back to how he looked on that first map. Complexity here. Looking to pick up the first gun round. We have Rain up in a good position, up close and personal. Beautiful flashbang. Good timing on that one. Poison does find the trade here on Rain. Another player close by, and that's with the scout. It's Nico. Now changing it up, going for that mid to B split again.
Oh my god!
That's insane. The timing on that flashbang is absolutely ridiculous. And beautiful mow down with the FemMass as well from Cold Sarah. There you have it. 4-0.
That was huge. Like, at that point, it was 4-on-4, I believe, and it's just anybody's round. Huge flashbang. Cold Zera mops it up beautifully. Can't quite find the fourth onto the AWPer. Does get taken down, but FaZe Clan, they'll still survive with 3 players alive, and that's good to keep the economy stable. Complexity, they're going to try and buy a little bit in towards this. A couple MAC-10s, a few pistols upgraded. There's Nico. He's still got that scout. Hasn't moved away from it yet. He might have a chance for some decent damage here, as he does catch Poison going in towards the pit. Can't quite finish off the kill. The nade may be enough, though, to do it. He needs to be careful about Rush a little bit closer, as he does have Kiebi up on top of the site to provide a bit of covering fire. And that's a beautiful shot on towards Obo. Absolutely nails him through the edge of the wall. The headshot comes through, and the flashbang again is beautiful and allows Nico just to peek out wide. What is this FaZe Clan, and why haven't we seen them before?
We pointed it out so many times already. They have like 30% win rate on all of their maps, or lower than that, for the last 3 months, which is absolutely ridiculous. That's horrible stats. You don't want to be that team. And now they're beating one of the best teams in the world. That's a good shot from Poison.
Yeah, definitely Poison. If he can, obviously we said it, like he was a little bit stuck on Nuke, but he did put in a couple nice rounds on the second half. Not enough really to give Complexity that chance. It was just such a huge deficit, but yeah, didn't end too well. Let's look at Kiebi. He's on a little bit of a hunt here, a little bit of a venture. He's gonna try and find the rings of Mordor, and well, he won't find anything for the time being. Instead, he's just looking at a ground wall. And he may have a chance here. Oh, the timing! He gets caught out. If he just stayed around that corner for a little bit longer, Rush would have not spotted him, and that's going to give Complexity an advantage. Kiebi was trying to get a little bit aggressive in the round, but ultimately gives up the advantage even further. Nico on the AWP, maybe can find a little more. That's a quick shot. Config is obliterated, and now there's just 3 players left for Complexity. It's all even, and look at the smoke. There's a huge gap in it, but BlameF realizes that himself. Nico's forced forward by the Molotov, and it will be the kill for BlameF. Just Rain and Brokey to try and pick up what Nico has started. As they push forward, Obo by the car. He's going to be able to peek out and finish off Rain. Brokey does find one. Can't quite 180 for the kill onto us. Rush, who will finish him off. And Complexity, they will pick up at first.
Finally on the board. I love that 180 attempt there on the player on short. You got to go for them sometimes. It's unlikely to hit it, but if you do, that's going to be one for the books for sure. Real quick, before we get too far into this one, I want to quickly remind you guys that we have other games going on. As I say that, some of the games have already finished, actually.
Yes, I believe Astralis Spirit is done. If I'm not wrong, and I think maybe Fnatic NIP is done as well.
Exactly.
Yes.
Both of those were 2-0s. Astralis beat Spirit 2-0. And Fnatic took the victory over NIP 2-0. Furthermore, it is looking very likely that Mouse Sports will be going to playoffs instead of Vitality. I didn't see
Oof.
that one coming either.
Oof, not Vitality not making it. That's kind of huge. Like, what more does Zywo need to do?
That's so true.
I've not actually seen his stats in the series or anything, so I don't know how it's going for him. But it's a pretty easy assumption to say, you know, Zywo fragging out in that map. He just sort of is generally. But I don't, he might have played badly. I don't know. But we are getting back into our own game here as the pause comes towards an end. It's first round posted for Complexity. And they're going to try and follow up now. It's Poison. Bit of a booty in his face there, and as he goes for the repeat, Nico is ready for him. So FaZe Clan, they pick up a nice opening there with the help of Complexity themselves. Oh, Poison's vision being blocked by an enemy, or by a teammate rather, for just a moment. Now, how did Complexity fight back into this with a few AKs, a Galil for Obo? Ain't too much to work with.
You're absolutely right in what you said earlier. Like, where has this FaZe Clan been for so long?
Yeah.
So they have had like a couple of victories here and there in the last couple of months, right? But they've looked lackluster. Even in their victories, they didn't look their best. This is basically what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
They're having a pretty good start here on Dust2 and a very strong game on the previous map.
Yeah, I mean, the kills, they're getting traded back and forth out towards long in this round. It has led to a 2-on-2. Nico catching a couple of players with the AWP and through the smoke. Blameth catches out Brokey. They're both left on half HP for Complexity, but it's coldzera in a 1v2, and as ever there's a time to roll back the years, it is now for coldzera. As he's 5 and 3. Gonna be pushing in from long. Obo. Never mind, we'll just take him down. And, I mean, if he'd gotten himself a bit closer before Obo was able to post up with the AWP, maybe it would have been a chance, but unfortunately for the FaZe Clan side, the AWP does catch him out. And also, Mousesports has just closed out the game 2-0 against Vitality. So all the other games are done. 2-0s before the NA games start, that is. Which will be a little later on tonight, and we won't be covering those. I think Josh and Squid are on them, if I'm not mistaken, or on one of them at least, alongside Dean and Mike, if I'm not wrong. Please tell me I'm not wrong. Jay and Dweg, that's the one. Yeah, alongside the main broadcast as well, I think. Studios. But, yeah, so Mousesports claim that victory, and now FaZe Clan will be hoping they can claim victory here and at least get themselves a second win in the season, in the group stage for the Pro League, as they currently sit 1-5 or 1-6. 1-5, I think. I'm having a bit of a brain dead moment here. I'm not gonna lie.
You're not alone on that.
No, I'll have to check that in a sec. But either way, they've only got one win, and they'll be hoping they can put up a second here. It won't affect the outcome of the group stage, apart from maybe 9 Complexity, the top spot. But for sure, they're not going to be making it to playoffs as they now hit towards this A site. Complexity. As the kill does come through for Rain. Is it a little bit too little too late for Complexity to try and pick up this round as they sit 2v3. A couple weapons picked up for Nico and coldzera, and Rush. He's going to be able to take down Rain. That's the pistol gone. But now there's still the weapons. coldzera tries to push forward. Can't find the frag. Blameth quick on the trigger. Leaves it all up towards Nico, who with the AWP has both of these players down low. He spots out Blameth. Can't quite find the shot though. Tucks in behind the boxes, and as the bomb gets planted, Nico's going to try and look for the shot because he knows there's only going to be one player looking at him. He switches over to the rifle, takes Blameth's head off, but doesn't expect Rush on the right side, and it will be Complexity, another on the board. 3 now in a row.
Yeah.
3 in a row. It's good work from them, and certainly it was certainly a strong start from FaZe Clan. are starting to be pushed about a bit, but guess what I see? There's a Zeus for Brokey. And the things you love to see, that is one of them. If you can get a kill with it, the entire day will have been worthwhile. No matter what else happens for the rest of the day, I mean, I could, like, cut my finger or something, you know, the day would have been worthwhile. Just to see a Zeus kill from Brokey against Complexity. And, well, Blame F. With the help of Config, we'll mop up 2 quick kills. It's better as well that the MAC-10 does get those kills, because it's $600 per kill compared to the AK's 300, so a bit of extra cash built up, but Blame F, he's going to get pinned to the wall by Rain. And so Deagle finds a quick shot. Config's creeping along, a little crab walk. He eventually pops his head up and finds a shot on towards Rain, the low HP player. Now it's just Brokey, 1 versus 4, but get the Zeus out. It's a shame. Poison will finish him off. Complexity to 4. And starting to look a bit more like we expected here as Complexity start rolling in the rounds.
Yeah, we gotta keep in mind that Dust2 is a very balanced map. It's pretty much a 50-50 map. I think statistically it's like 51% T-sided or something like that. Or at least last time I checked, which was a while back, to be honest. But it is like straight up 50-50. So it could really go either way. With that being said, though, we got to keep in mind the stats between the 2 teams, and in that regards, Complexity should come out on top. But yeah, FaZe Clan getting a pretty good start with the first 5 rounds going in their favor. Now Complexity 4 rounds in a row to try and bring it back. Nico, he's going to get an opener here with the AWP, though, up on short.
Yeah, that's a nice one to pick up, and Complexity, they have their rope of Poison as well, who's currently in towards mid, but Nico still holding towards that short position of smoke. Is going to hold them back for a moment. Blamef's going to try pushing through it, but Nico, a quick shot with the AWP, doubles his kills up for the round. Try and keep FaZe in the lead of this one as Complexity might have a work with the way through short. Nico has to try and post up a little bit further back. Doesn't want to stay too far forward. Doesn't want to give up the 2-man advantage that they have as now Complexity. They're going to drop down in towards CT. Rain has been taken down. Oboe with one as well as he drops through. Nico needs to find a quick frag, but his teammates are all falling all around him. He's going to have to roll back the ears, and he's tried to find the quick scope. Oboe will take him down. It's just Kiebi. A 1 versus 2.
Yeah, brilliant pistol round. This time around, it's better weapons on the Complexity side of it. Obviously, bigger numbers. Not much left for him to do, and he also chose the wrong bomb site. Oboe shuts him down, and that will have it tied up. 5-5.
Yeah. So both these teams, they've picked up 5 in a row. FaZe Clan did it first, though. There's a Complexity there on the charge, and they've got FaZe Clan in a position where they've just got some deagles, a scout for Nico. He did find those 2 opening kills as well in the last round, and that's got to hurt a little bit considering his team weren't able to finish things off. And he actually tags Poison there. The scout, just a little bit, must have been through the little half wall towards T-spawn as well as he's trying to find the shot. Doesn't want to give himself up though. Lame F. Having a little bit of a looky in towards mid. Flashbang forces back the CTs. It should be Complexity closing out the round, though. I mean, 4 deagles, a scout. Complexity have to do something pretty badly wrong here to drop this one.
Really gotta drop the ball on this one for it to go in the favor of FaZe Clan. However, a quick look on the mini-map will show that Rain is actually peeking out. That's unfortunate for Rain. He was peeking out from Longhouse towards top of mid, and the only player close to him was the one wielding the bomb. So had he gotten that kill, it could have been interesting at least. But yeah, everyone gets dropped. It's a clean round for Complexity with 6 in a row now. You see that their money is slowly building up. Already built up quite a bit, actually. Complexity trying to take full control of this one as we head into the later stages of the first half here.
Again, Nico, he's finding these opening frags for FaZe. A blind kill onto Wobo towards the long doors. Yeah, a little bit lucky, but he gets a timing shot and he positions himself correctly for it. As now Rain is able to find one with the help of Kiebi. They get a double. Kiebi's going to keep on fragging. It's all up towards Poison, who gets himself 2 with the AWP. But 3 more to find. Oh, that was a sitter of a shot, but he can't quite land it onto Nico, who's fully blinded up. And Complexity. Their hopes rest with 5 points of health and an AWP on Poison. He needs to go back for the bomb as well. He went a bit gung-ho. Try and find a quick frag. And he has plenty of time to go back and get it. He needs to be careful of players nearby, though. As coldzera, he is in towards mid. Not going to be going aggressive in towards short, though. So Poison, he still has control of that position. But Nico, well, USP will finish it up. 5 HP. It just takes that one little bullet to take him down. And Nico secures a round for FaZe Clan there. 6-6. They'll end the streak of rounds from Complexity and put themselves back on the board to tie this game up.
Back and forth it goes. 5 in the favor of FaZe Clan initially, as they picked up the pistol, and the 4 following. And Complexity taking control for 6 rounds, and now FaZe tying it up, as you say. Back and forth it goes. Money is not amazing for Complexity, actually. Rush, oh, he should have had that easy. Big missed opportunity there for Rush, which ends up costing him his life. Gabby does eventually get dropped. Ooh. That could have been dangerous. I think he hit the, I was about to say floor, the ground. Lameth finds one of his own before he's traded out. Nico posted up. Good positioning here with the AWP, but he gets the leg shot. Doesn't find the frag, and that ends up being the death of him. 2 on 3, make that a 1 on 3. Config deleting coldzera on short. Rain, that's a good first, but he won't get the second. Config shuts him down for the triple. And truly back and forth now. Tit for tat. As Complexity finds the 7th. Obviously looking to come out on top here on the T side of Dust2 for the first half. And honestly, this final map is already way better than I expected. Yeah. Considering on HLTV, FaZe Clan got 12% win rate on Dust2 in the last 3 months, which is obviously horrible. I thought this was going to be a very one-sided affair.
Well, I mean, Nico, at least he finds 1 before he gets taken down towards short. Big Deagle headshot, Config trades out, and Rush catching Kiebi. On a little inquisition towards the long doors. But it is going to be Complexity who are closing this round down. Just 2 more to find. Brokey and coldzera, the 2 men on the server for Silver FaZe Clanners. I mean, a smoke down towards short. Config's just going to make sure that nobody tries to sneak through from the FaZe Clan side. A little bit of a gap that you can play with, but also needs to be careful because FaZe Clan probably realise that themselves. And as the bomb gets planted, the smoke starts to fade. Poison's up, though. That's going to close it down. Pretty simply done for Complexity. Keeping plenty of players alive, and well, an 8th on the board. They'll start to string some rounds together once more. Get themselves out the 4 AKs. The AWP once again. FaZe Clan, they'll bring through a very similar setup. This is a 4-4s and a AWP for Nico. He's been pretty consistent in finding opening frags for the FaZe Clan side with that AWP as he does it again. Obo's had his head clipped clean off by that AWP, and I mean, Brokey took a bit of damage early on, but certainly Nico finding the frag is going to put them in a good position. The Molotov a little bit late as they cross through mid, and it's going to be a B split coming through, but Brokey, he's waiting for them, and with the low HP, he's able to find one, exactly what he needed to do there. Unlikely to find multiple kills from that position. Makes the most of his low HP. Through the smoke, FaZe Clan will keep themselves in the advantage, but it's Complexity who have the B bomb site under their control. They need to be careful, though, of Rain, who's over by the tunnels. And try and work the way back in towards his B site. Kiebi, that's a free K for him, and he's 12 and 9 right now. Certainly livened up a lot since the start of the series.
It's those Danes, man. It's the Danes.
The Danes, they're all the Danes.
Even in the first game that we had for the day, Godsent, they also have a Dane on their team, and they managed to win. No matter who wins here, some Danish boy is going to be happy. Whether it's Kiabu or Config or BlameF. Beautiful first half, though.
Yeah.
Really happy to see it go so even in that first half. As I said, I really thought this was going to be a walk in the park for Complexity. And I'm happy it's not. I'm happy that we get to see FaZe Clan stepping up a bit, and also some of the players that we didn't see step up massively on the first map. Kiabu managed to bring it back a little bit on that second map, and he's definitely shining here on Dust2.
Yeah, I mean, certainly a lot better than some of his previous performances, but it's Complexity. You have the just the slimmest of leads into this second half. 8-7. They'll switch over towards rather towards the CT side, the defensive side. And I mean, Dust2, I think it's pretty balanced nowadays between the attack and the defense. I think maybe the attack is slightly more favored, but certainly not one to split too many hairs about.
Yeah, you're correct. It is incredibly balanced. It has been for the longest time. And you're also right in saying that it's slightly T-sided, but it's I think it's like, actually, let me just check instead of guessing.
Okay. Don't want to be misinforming the public.
So it's in top 50 in the last 3 months. Dust2 is 51.1% T-sided. So that's pretty much as balanced as it can get.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, not really one to split hairs about. But certainly, as we, I think we're about to get ourselves back live into the game. We do just have this halftime pause, but I think, yeah, all the other streams have finished, haven't they? For the EU matchups for the day, if I'm not wrong.
What's that, sorry?
All the other games for the EU have finished today, haven't they now?
Yes.
Yes.
So a real quick recap on those. We had Astralis going up against Spirit. Astralis took the 2-0 victory in that one. Fnatic, they annihilated NIP in a 2-0 fashion as well. And then Mouse Sports, the only match that actually mattered here in Group B. Mouse Sports came out on top against Vitality, meaning that Mouse Sports will be going to playoffs, and Vitality won't. Well, that's a bit of an upset as well. And in this one, well, we're in map 3. And it's neck and neck. Complexity just in front. Ever so slightly. Still got more Counter-Strike to come your way, of course. And for those of you who are interested, we have North American Counter-Strike coming your way later on tonight as well. It's not going to be any of us behind the microphone. Instead, it's going to be on one channel, Eternal J and Dweck. And on the other channel, it's going to be
Josh and Squid.
Squid and Josh. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I believe so. And that you'll be in capable hands, certainly. Some great people there. And, well, Rush, he's going to leave Complexity in some capable hands. He finds the opening frag for his team. As we get in towards the pistol round, he's going to be trying to push towards the A site. A nice flashbang that allows Config 1, but his teammate Obo does get caught. The kill still coming through for the CTs. That is until Rain picks himself up too and puts it into a 2-on-2. Kiebi just 5 points of health though. He is going to be getting that bomb planted. Never mind. He is not going to be getting that bomb planted with the 5 points of health. He'll get annihilated by the nade and poison. Finishes things off with the USP. Nice round from Complexity there, denying the bomb plant as well against FaZe Clan. Does keep the economy low and limits the chance of that second round force buy.
That's a pretty good dunk. Yeah, complexity. Fairly important for them to create a bit of distance here. It seems like they will be able to do that, but not too much, of course, as we do have FaZe Clan going for the eco in this round. That means that they will be able to buy out completely for the next one, giving them an opportunity to answer back early, especially if they don't kill too many players in this one. The next is definitely going to be what we like to call a bonus round, where they hold on to their weapons. For instance, picks up the first couple. They might even get the bomb down, but again, not quite. It's Convict. Finds the final couple of frags from that flank up on shots. Nice little burst action with the FaMAS to finish it off. And now we will have money on the hands of, or weapons in the hands of FaZe Clan. And as I said, it's going to be a bonus round here for complexity. Holding on to the SMGs, the FaMAS, and the Scouts gives them the opportunity to buy up for the next round. But it also gives FaZe Clan a real good opportunity to pick up the victory in this one.
Yep, definitely. I mean, 5 AKs, decent amount of utility. We'll see what they can do, the FaZe Clan side. But a bit of a stalemate early on. Config has gotten himself in towards those lower tunnels early on into the round, and FaZe Clan, they're going to start pushing him now. Nico and Kiebi to lead down the tunnel steps, and into Config's crosshair. Nico will walk, but it's still Nico who gets the quick headshot and finds the kill for the FaZe Clan side. So that's the opening going their way, and he's been so good with finding these opening frags on both halves so far for FaZe Clan. And if he can keep doing that, there certainly is a chance for FaZe Clan in this game.
Yeah, there absolutely is. Still got players left alive here for complexity, though. This round is not over just yet. But they are making the right decision here, FaZe Clan. Making moves over towards the B bomb site seems to be the right idea. We don't have any defenders over here just yet.
Yeah,
we got one somewhat close by, but...
I mean, that was audacious from Obo to try and get the shots there with the MP9 into the site. And Nico, he's just going to rinse 2 of them in towards mid and the heal around for FaZe Clan as the bomb does get planted. Work. Clean round. As you said, it is just a bit of a bonus round. And complexity came into it with just FaMAS's MP9 to scout. So they weren't expecting to win this one. They were hoping to find some damage, which has not come. And they are just going to save these 2 weapons and try and buy up around the rest of the players with M4s for the next round.
Yeah, this could potentially be a problem, though. Like, holding on to these 2 weapons, I would like to see them upgrade, even though you probably never want to throw money down the drain, right? But the Scout is a fine weapon. You can stick with that, but I'd like to see the SMG upgraded. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about this. But obviously, there was no reason to run straight into the arms of their opponents either. And just give them the frags and the confidence and throw their armor away.
Feed and poison. He'll keep a hold of that Scout, trying to look in towards through the mid doors for an opening. They go his way. Nobody's going to give themselves up, though. No offerings from the gods of FaZe Clan. Well, cheeky little tag there through the door. I mean, better than nothing. He does put Nico down a little bit. 40 HP loss for him. As FaZe Clan, they're going to try and secure a 9th and close the gap to complexity once again.
Decent amount of damage dealt, though. Rain, Nico. Both taking a bit. 2-round lead here for complexity. This time around, FaZe Clan doing the default Dust thing, where you just sit on the back end of short and patiently wait for a little bit, and then you set up for a tiny amount of utility as a bit of a fake. Then you set up for some more, and then you execute. That's just how Dust works. It's basically what happens in 90% of the rounds on this map. Yeah, probably exaggerating a little bit, but you get the point.
I
Nice shot from Brokey.
Yeah, that's good. That's cleared out the site for them, and they're able to get the bomb plant off the back of that. As a couple kills came in for Complexity side as he tried to work in. But coldzera holding towards mid. He'll be able to find a frag on towards Obo and will collect. That leaves it just up towards Rush and Config now. A 2v3 as Rush is going to be working from long, but spotted out, trying to find the shots towards the player on the site. It's a long way away, but he's able to get the kill on towards Brokey with that FAMAS, trying to push forward a little bit closer. 2 players to find, and coldzera is going to be coming in from the back over towards long. Kiebi close by, though. Another kill for him. It's 2 in the round, and a 9th on the board for FaZe Clan.
To see some slight better weaponry in the hands of Complexity to make the most out of these rounds. Again, grabbing that bonus round. I mean, there's no reason to throw your weapons away. All of your weapons away in a round like that. You gotta go for the bonus round. The bonus round is like it's there for a reason. It makes perfect sense. Holding on to their weapons for that long, I'm not sure about that one. Now, a bit of an interesting decision here. They go for straight aggression through middle on towards, close towards the T-spawn. Now they're going to be trying to backstab towards long. Nico is peeking with the bomb.
Well, I mean, he's got balls.
It doesn't make logical sense. Like, that's one of the most stupid things you can do, but
yeah.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Respect the balls. Yeah, it works out. They get the round, and Nico is currently 22 kills, highest in the server. High then. I mean, quite a ways away from anyone else. In fact, he's been pretty banging this map. I mean, it's been pretty decent the entire series, but certainly this map he's been finding a lot of openings for his team. Not just the amount of frags, it's been the impact of the frags that open up the rounds as they sit 10 to 10. It's FaZe kind of aggressive towards long that does collect the kill onto Rush. And Complexity once again. They'll be down a player early on. The Complexity, the team, most people, including a lot of betting sites, would have considered the favourites into this game, are struggling here in the final map against FaZe Clan as they facing FaZe Clan taking the lead here. There's 3 players remaining from Complexity over towards this A site. They're going to try and make a last stand if FaZe Clan come their way. Brokey with the AWP out towards long. Going to be making sure that none of these Complexity players can peek out from that angle. But Obo, that's a nice double. That gives hope to Complexity. But look at Kiebi's position. He's going to be able to cut them both down. And FaZe Clan play that beautifully. 11 on the board for them. They seal any avenue of escape for Complexity there. And that is nicely done. The T side now takes the lead.
Yeah, that was so clean, like surgical precision there from Obo. I think he just fired 2-shot on each of those players. Like, it was just straight up headshots. That's all that matters. Took 2 players down, but unfortunately for him, the rest of the team wasn't quite there with him. And they lost 2 players fairly early on. FaZe Clan, 11 to 10. FaZe Clan in the lead. Who would have thought?
I definitely did not think it would even go to a 3rd map, to be honest. But
yeah, exactly.
It is the way it is, and Complexity with just the pistols in this one, they are being just pulled apart one by one. It's a culling, and Complexity are the victims. Just Rush and Blamer remain, put all over towards this A site, hoping for serenity, but I don't think they'll be able to find it. As just a CZ and a Deagle against 5 fully weaponized FaZe Clan members.
Rush and Blame F both up on shot still, and their position is known as Rain was sitting close by, so he hurt them. One of them is going to fall all the way back. That's going to be Rush. Blame F probably eventually going to do something similar. Ooh, I like this. This is kind of interesting. They use Rush as sort of a bait and switch. And then Blame Effie tries to find a couple of frags to try and deal a little bit of damage. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work out, but I like the idea. That was pretty clever.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, Blame gets 1 kill. It's all they find in the round, so I mean, it's better than nothing, I guess. I mean, I'm sure Complexity aren't going to be thinking that. They're going to be thinking about how they can get themselves back into this game and deny FaZe Clan getting too far ahead here, as it's 12-10 Complexity. Sit 2 rounds behind the FaZe Clan side, and if they lose this round, they've got the double ult set up, but if they lose this round, it is going to be a world of pain for them, as FaZe Clan are probably going to be able to get up to 14 before Complexity can rebuy, unless they save some weapons and Config with this secondary up, going to be under threat towards a B site. A flashbang to come through forces Config off the angle, but as the FaZe Clan members push in towards the site, Obo from the doors gets one to try and save his teammate, but Rain and Nico, they're too much for the B site, and it's quickly gone the FaZe Clan's way. A miss Molotov from Rain. Will be a thrown one towards the window. 4-on-3, and Complexity are just going to save because they know this round is done. That B site can be a fortress on the retake. And if they save these couple of M4s, the AWP, it'll allow them a buy in the next round.
It's jam time, baby.
Oh god, that's so long ago.
Oh my god, am I just like old?
I think that must be, yeah, because it was Starlight of Berlin, wasn't it? That really came into effect because Avangard got to like the final against Astralis and just got absolutely slaughtered. But like, yeah, that's like a year old.
Yeah, I'm sorry I don't follow along the memes, okay?
Yeah, it's all about dual Bretta memes nowadays.
That's a yikes for me. 13-10 though. 3 rounds away. FaZe Clan looking to shut this one down over Complexity. And again, we didn't expect it. The bookmakers didn't expect it. You guys definitely didn't expect it. I saw you guys in the chat earlier. You're already screaming. FaZe Clan definitely picking it up here on the 3rd and final map. Well, they picked it up already on the previous. They're doing well on this one. Back and forth for the majority of the of this map. But here towards the end of it, FaZe Clan pushing forward the best they can. They're doing pretty well. Not the greatest buy here for Complexity, of course. As you can see, we got Desert Eagle in play. We got a FAMAS, a Scout. Do have that AK and the M4.
Yeah, at Complexity they've gone for a bit of a half buy here just to keep the cash up for the next round. They're not fully invested into this one, which is smart. Allow FaZe Clan to 14 and get a full buy into the next. But Complexity, they are struggling on the CT side. They
gives
are
them
really
the
struggling.
most amount of buy opportunities while doing it like this.
Yeah, and if they can find a bit of damage here, I mean, I'd say it's gonna help out. But look at the FaZe Clan economy. I mean, Nico's at $15,000. A couple more players are about the 10k or more mark, and Blame F, he gets an opening frag by dropping it towards CT to take down Rain, and it's all the kills coming through for Complexity. A huge turnaround. Finally, they start to find 4 minutes on an unlikely round where they can secure it. The 11th on the board. Just a massacre towards mid for the Complexity side, and that is going to be an 11th on the board.
There you have it. A bit of a broken buy to try and save up money, and then they still managed to get the job done. Beautiful flashbang again. We saw that from the FaZe Clan side, actually, in the first half. Setting up those flashbangs out towards the mid position. Teamwork on point here for both the teams. Yeah. So again, they don't really have anything to fight for. They're fighting for glory and honor, if you will. And I love that. I love the fact that no one is willing to give up. Even though they technically don't have anything to fight for.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's just fighting's sake, I think. Getting the win is always good. It helps if you can just make your season look like even just a little bit better from the group stages. It's just, obviously, Complexity already through to the playoffs, so they will obviously be making their statement in that portion of the Pro League. But certainly, FaZe Clan, if you just get another win on the board here, it's even if it's not for anything other than just either glory or a bit of practice, finding out what works. If you can improve your game off a game like this, like obviously they're playing a lot better. They can see what's working and what still isn't working, and yeah, you can use that going forward still. So it's not all just about the prize and what it means for you as a team. It can also be how it affects your game. If they can learn anything from this matchup, that is obviously a good thing.
Loving the flashbangs to jump down in CT. Unfortunately, BlameF was sitting in good position, patiently waiting for that to happen. Nico, it's a good kill from him. Cabby helps out with one on BlameF. Obo, in the meantime, finally deals with Nico, brings it back to a 3-on-3 situation. Got Rush out towards the long position. That's a good dink on Brokey, but he doesn't find the frag, and Brokey takes him down. And there you have it. Cabby connects onto Obo. Beautiful 3-on-3 situation, well played out there from FaZe Clan. 14-11, 2 more rounds to go, and FaZe Clan will shut this one down and take that upset victory.
I am actually really loving FaZe Clan right now. This game has been a complete turnaround for them. They looked down and out after Mirage. Complexity took that one, and we all sort of thought, you know, oh, well, Complexity, they're just going to take the quick 2-0 here. They've secured FaZe Clan's map pick. But wow, FaZe Clan, they have turned up the heat here. Nuke, they obliterated Complexity 16-8. They didn't look in it at all since the first sort of sequence of rounds, Complexity. And now FaZe, 14-11. They're getting closer and closer to securing this series 2-1. And that is against all odds, pretty much. And that is impressive. And especially with Kiebi showing up 20 kills for him now, he's certainly had a big turnaround. And is a big part of the reason FaZe Clan are in this position. So props to him, obviously. He's had a tough little bit of a time with FaZe Clan so far, but if he can keep putting up performances like he's doing now, that is certainly going to be making up for any misgivings.
Bit of a technical timeout in play. Should have it on pause in just a moment. But yeah, Kiabi has really stepped up. He was, I would go as far as to say he was horrendous on the first map of the series. He really played bad on that one. Everyone in chat agreed on it as well. Colsera didn't do really well on the first map either. He was definitely doing better than Kiabi. I think we can all agree. Second map, both of them stepped up slightly. And that helped them out big time and actually helped them secure the victory on that map. And now they're all stepping up again. They just have another level. It's like when you get a rental car and it has like a 6th gear and you're used to driving with a car that only has 5 gears. It's like, what is this? That's FaZe Clan right now. They're just zooming out of there.
I'd never heard that before, but we'll roll with it. FaZe Clan are in top gear, and it's a different top gear to what they're used to. Let's go with that.
That works.
Yeah, I like it. Rain, let's see if you can zoom through mid. Zoom, zoom, zoom. If you had dual Bretters, could zoom a lot better. I'll tell you that. The movement speed on dual Bretters is great, along with the brrr. I'm sorry.
I think it's getting late.
It is. It's been a long day so far, so apologies. But yeah, I mean, if someone wants to bring out dual Bretters at the end, yeah, go for it.
There's nothing to apologize for. We're having fun, and I hope you guys are as well. It's been great action in both of the matches that we've covered on this channel. Honestly, it's been great fun covering these games, and it's not quite over yet, but it's looking pretty good for FaZe Clan.
Yeah, and pushing in towards this A site. Poison going to have to be the first line of defense. Does put up the frag onto Rain with a bit of help of Obo. They'll secure the kills, but Brokey's up. Even with just 4 points of health, he's able to find frags, or at least just one. And it's only Kiebi, who said he's been playing pretty well. Can he follow up his stats here a little bit more as he does take down Obo. Looks for the bomb plant and can get it, but expecting a peek from an enemy. He's going to try and fake it out a couple times, waiting for Complexity to have a little bit of a sniff of his chuff. But for now, he just resides in getting the bomb planted, switches over to Yorp, and Rush could be the first point of contact as now Kiebi switches back to the AK-47, looks for an opening frag config towards long, or towards short rather. Will swing out, and Kiebi just has too many angles to look at. Complexity will deny FaZe 15, if not just for a little bit longer, as they post a 12th on the board.
They live to die another day. How that good old saying goes. There's definitely still a chance here for Complexity to bring it back. As I said, it's not over yet. FaZe Clan, they have the upper hand right now. They just need 2 more to close it out, but getting 4 in a row is, like, we've seen that. We saw that at the start of this map, actually. Now, fast aggression out towards the long position. It's Rain. He gets the burst. Onto Rush. Sprays and prays. Fully blinded. Deals a bit of damage on Obo, but barely any. Obo falls back to somewhat safe position. I wouldn't necessarily call Car safe, but it's better than where he was. Forced to try and find a different angle. Forced to try and fall further back now, and he managed to do so. In the meantime, Poison goes for the peek up on short, finds that frag. Brokey gets taken down back to equal grounds. Smoke wall. CT spray coming through. Oh, Nico finding an off angle on Poison. That's so important. But Obo, he returns the favor. 3-on-3 Coldzera going to the plant now. Still got players pretty far away, making their moves up towards the shot position now. Obo. He needs to come up big for this one. He also needs the help. We gotta put some pep in their step immediately.
His utility towards a site low. Coldzera is forced on top, and well, they're trying to get their way in, but Coldzera, he will double himself up and secure FaZe the 15th, so match point for them. Complexity need 3 in a row here, and look at the economy.
Coldzera, who's been bottom fragging on this entire map, steps up when it really counts. That's a nice double kill to finish off the round there. And definitely going to help FaZe Clan out to potentially shut this one down. They should be able to do so.
Yeah, certainly. Brokey, aggressive out long, might be able to find a frag or 2 here. Rush is on the other side with just a deagle. Does have support from a couple players, though, as Coldzera takes a lot of damage. Brokey just going to go through the smoke and finish off Lane, but Rain, he's around the corner as well to find a quick double, and this could be it for FaZe Clan. This could be it for Complexity. It's only Config left alive, a 1 versus 4, and FaZe Clan, they prove everybody wrong. They secure the win against Complexity, and they will